Howdy, hey, hello, it's McKenna, and am I too loud? This is what happened last episode. I came back and I was like, ooh, maybe that mic was too loud. Hopefully not.
Sounds good.
Okay, see, you sound even better than I do.
Mm-mm.
How about that?
It's the bass.
Hi, you guys. Welcome back. I'm really excited. This is another episode with my cute hubby. And yes, we are in fact naked because it is date night. And this is how we connect. Only part of that's true. Just kidding. Brit was not expecting to blush this early in the episode.
I was speechless. I didn't know what to say.
Well, hi, Brit.
Well, we have 3 kids for a reason, I guess. So.
Oh my gosh. What I always say, like, have you seen my husband? There's a reason I have 3 kids. Wow, welcome back.
Thank you. It's been a while.
I was just going to say, yeah, we've had a little bit of too much of a break from you on here. Everyone loves you. Everyone loves your episodes.
Thank you.
You've got 3, I believe. There's our first episode, and then one about the long snapper, and then As a Man Thinketh. That's a real good one. That's one of my top faves. That was almost
like 2 years ago.
Yep. We're going to have him on more, though. We need you here.
Down. That's true.
You are Mr. Munch Mingle. Alrighty. Munchie. I am not excited for this.
I've already drinking half of it for you.
Oh my goodness. I have a cookie ready to go. It's actually my second cookie because I was getting everything ready and I was like.
It's like in SpongeBob when he eats the chocolate
I'll
bar.
Eat
You
it
did now. You ate my chocolate bar.
Oh, if only everyone knew how much we quoted SpongeBob in this house. We just did it before we started recording too. All right, so why don't you explain your munchie?
So I found these things when I was actually serving my mission in Texas at a random gas station. But what they're called is Neuro sleep, just liquid melatonin almost. It's got like zinc, magnesium, melatonin.
Yeah, I was going to
5-HTP.
Magnesium is the big part of this.
But I like them. 1, they taste good, and 2, like most, I guess you can say over-the-counter drugs to help you sleep, or even melatonin can make people feel groggy. I never feel groggy when I eat or drink these. That's the mandarin or tangerine flavor.
Okay, that's not that bad.
It's not bad.
Yeah, that's actually okay.
I think I've had a harder time falling asleep at night, so I like those. I know it sounds bad. It's kind of a dependent thing, but like I said, I don't feel groggy, and they help me fall asleep pretty fast. So I can still wake up to a crying kid at 3 a.m, and I don't feel horrible. All
right, let's just do a quick catch up with you. Like you said, it's been 2 years. How are you?
Good. Stressed.
All things
been
considered.
Good. Yeah, it's good. Got 3 kids, new job, living in the parents' basement. It's fantastic.
And the great thing that we've been doing is we're paying off our last big thing of debt, which is our student loans. So
just, word of advice for anybody, just don't get into debt, first of all, with anything, but school, if you can find a way to pay for it while you're doing it, then do it.
Oh, I was thinking that today when I was doing our budget, that I was like, man, if I would have known what I knew now, just even about budgeting, I feel like we could have gotten a little bit more ahead. I don't think we could have gone completely.
For sure. We probably could have cut it in half.
But we could have cut it in half easily.
For sure.
Yeah. How is married life? I mean, don't be swayed by your beautiful, eccentric, talented wife sitting across from you.
Oh, that's great. I love being married, and I think it's always the one thing I've always looked forward to in my life, and then that I've enjoyed is being married, and I have the best wife in the world.
Thank you.
I think we've matured a lot too in our marriage.
Like this year alone?
Yeah.
Man, we've had some depth. Like our roots have grown even deeper.
We don't hate each other. It's the opposite. I think we've
taken on the role truly as like a support and a helpmeet to each other. Right. And I know for my moments, I've been very grateful to have you there.
Thank you.
How's dad life?
It's also fun. It's stressful, but I know people have great kids, but I do love our boys a lot.
That's what I would love to tell people who are afraid of having kids or not sure. You see other people with other kids, and if you don't have them, you're like, that's what I just assume parenting life is going to be. And the feeling that you're having towards other people's kids, you think you're going to like, that's going to be you with your kids when it's not that at all.
And this is coming from the person who was so afraid to have kids. He legit had breakdowns. Like, I don't want to have kids. Yeah. And now I'm like, let's just keep popping them out.
Stop.
I mean, we're 3 deep. Might as well just keep going.
Just fill the minivan at this
keep going.
point.
Yeah. I mean, we're already drowned in the depths of the sea. Just add another millstone to my ankle and let it bring me down.
Our kids really are so good.
Kids. They're awesome. And they're like every 3 and 2-year-old boy, they have their moments. And then we just have sweet little baby Angel Briggs.
Oh, he is our angel babe. And soon he will be past 1. I was just thinking that today.
He's almost 6 months old.
Yes. I just thought that. I was like, wait a minute. That's going too fast.
Yeah.
I am not ready to have an almost 1-year-old.
That's crazy. Baker's going to be 4.
Oh,
Bo's almost 3.
We just got their photos done. Well, okay. We're about to get family photos done. But they had their own photos done by another homeschooling mom. And so we did like their quote unquote school photos, which is hilarious because Baker's not even preschool age yet.
He looks like it.
But he does. Yeah, we took these photos and I was switching out their old photos from last year.
That's crazy.
And I'm like, they look like 2
Mature,
years older.
Yeah. I think we've discussed this too. It's the hard part, especially Baker and Bo. Bo will sometimes get in trouble or he'll do stuff. And I think it's unfair to him because we treat him like he's Baker's age because they are so close in age. But at the same time, they're still 10 months apart. That 10 months makes a huge difference. So he doesn't know half the things he does or things like that. So that's been kind of, I think, the challenge for at least me as a dad lately is just being patient with a 3 and a 2-year-old and kind of understanding how to navigate that. And I know I've never done it before, so it's trying to understand how to teach them, and discipline's not the right word, but just help them and encourage them to make right decisions. But then I got to remember they're also 3 and 2 years old, so they're just going to do stuff.
We talked about how we're trying to help them learn how to regulate their emotions, these big emotions. And something both you and I noticed is we need to work on regulating our emotions with them too. Right. So it's like, okay, I've got to teach them how to do this, but now it's like, okay,
you got to be the example. We discussed that today. Is they learn best by just watching and hearing.
Oh my gosh, so true. But it has been really fun. We're finally getting the routine down with the 3.
We have a pretty cool family.
We do.
And do love us.
Highly recommend.
It is cool.
Go get married and start a family.
That's true.
It really is fun.
It is fun.
Having little
like you talk
minis.
about that depth in marriage too. It does bring a greater depth, which sounds cliche, but it does because you are in it together. You're trying to raise the kids together. And it also helps us kind of have opportunities and time to spend together by ourselves, like right now, or things like that, and to have date nights. And it really makes those things more meaningful. Whereas before you had kids, you're like, oh, it's Wednesday night, let's go do something. But now we had to plan 2-3 weeks in advance, and we look forward to it. And every time we get to see each other or be by ourselves, like we cherish it. We cherish it. It's a joy for sure.
The other thing you just talked about, someone else you follow talks about this. We make better routines, not to mention our sleep routine.
Oh yeah. He, was a guy, just a fitness guy I used to follow, and he explained how before he had kids, his sleep routine especially was horrible. Like he would stay up till 1 o'clock, wake up at 6, but he could do that because he didn't have kids. And now when he had a kid, he realized, oh, my kid's going to wake up at 6, 7 o'clock no matter what. So I got to go to bed early. And if I want to go to the gym before he gets up, I got to get up at 4. So now I got to go to bed at 9. But he said it's the best stretch of sleep and routine. And it's forced him to kind of reprioritize things in his life that are important. And it's helped me to kind of do that too, where I would just, before we had kids especially, I'm like, oh, I can just go to the gym, whatever, I can do whatever. But now I wake up at 3:45, 4 o'clock in the morning. I go to the gym in order to go to work, or if it's a weekend, then go and wake up so I can come home and be with the boys all day. Because, I mean, you guys are my priority, so I'm not going to put the gym or anything else above that too.
Yeah. It really is funny. Like before kids, you're truly just living for yourself, and you get married and the intention is there. But I totally agree with you. It seems like somehow we're turning more to each other because it is, especially when you're raising kids. It's like, hey, we're in this together. but you're so much more intentional with your time and with your life.
Right.
And people forget to mention that about having kids. They they could see that as a negative thing, but I'm like, no.
It's a great thing, yeah.
It really is.
It really does bring meaning to your life. Every other thing is just minute and doesn't matter, and especially in the eternal scheme of things. So that's the whole point. I just agree, just being intentional with things. I think that's a lost art nowadays. We all want to be satisfied super fast, so we have to have things now, but when we really want something, we're more intentional, we have delayed gratification. I think having kids teaches you that, and being married teaches you that. Is kind of sacrificing a lot and being intentional with what matters.
Yeah. Well, and again, I don't know why I've been on this kick lately. I want not a self-sacrifice, but the way we've been doing things, I almost want us to struggle in the sacrifice. A point is, okay, yeah, our time.
For sure.
This time together is so minute. And because it's like, we're full on, you're working full time. I'm a mom full time. I don't know why there's this thing. I want us to struggle. I want us to sacrifice, because it just feels like somehow there's always going to be a reward through the sacrifice, through the struggle. And I want to be careful when I'm saying that. I'm not saying, okay, give up everything. And we're going to make it intentionally hard. I'm going to give up everything. I'm going to become a martyr or a victim. No.
Right.
There are things that I'm like, you know what? I don't want to be so entitled.
Yep.
To think, well, I deserve all this time and my kids need to figure it out. No.
For sure.
That is a big part of being a parent is you give a lot more than you get.
For sure. And that's okay.
But the get will come later.
Yeah, for sure.
When you have this strong relationship and
even if
bond.
You'll get everything back, it's still worth giving them everything.
Yes. I mean, hello, look at what holiday is about to be coming up here, y'all.
Right.
You always know, you always feel better when you give.
Yes.
Versus get. When you get to see like, oh, I did that for someone. It's the same with your kids, but times it by 10.
Right. And it's awesome. And I would say the same thing with the spouse too. I enjoy serving and helping, and I'm not always perfect at being selfless. Sometimes I am a little selfish, but I've had to catch myself and realize I can be better at serving you or serving the boys, but that's why it's awesome, is it kind of teaches you and helps you.
We're both there. But I'm grateful. I think we've handled it very well in moments where it's like, ooh, okay, shoot. Yeah, I actually did mess up on that. I'm very grateful that we both forgive quickly and easily.
Very good at that, yes.
I was talking to someone who shall not be named. They can bring this up if they want to, but they were talking to me and they said, you know what? I realized I was reading this article online and they said giving your spouse the silent treatment is actually a very toxic trait. And I was just laughing. I was like, well, duh. Like, I thought that was obvious. But this person was like, that's the only way I know how to cope, because X, Y, and Z, it feels like we get to this point and then there's no more talking. So then I just end up going silent. And I was really grateful, Brit, because there are other things that I know people are better at than us that we're working on. But that was, I would say, the biggest one and two things. I didn't ever want to do the silent treatment because I grew up with a lot of that.
Right.
And I never wanted to cut you down, like sarcasm, guilting you, because I also grew up with that.
Right.
And I hated that.
Right.
So I think we've done okay in that department.
For sure.
And I think it's helped a lot because it's easier to communicate the things that we do need. So
for sure. And that's not saying that you don't hey, I need a second to gather my thoughts.
Oh yeah,
or anything,
definitely we do that.
Yeah, when it gets to a point
like we have to come back. Yeah, we'll always come back to this, but I need to have a moment. We always do.
I think we've done that. It's like, well, get a second. We come back, and 10 minutes later, we're talking or laughing and stuff like that. So I mean,
that's just to give you a little snapshot into our life. 6 years in, deep.
That's crazy.
And still going.
Known
deeper.
each other for almost 8-9 years. That's crazy too.
Yeah,
that blows my mind. I'm getting old.
I know. There's our little catch up. How much are we in?
It's not bad.
I decided that just to have a little fun, I figured we needed to have the pro of all things football come onto Munch Mingle and help out some of my listeners here who might be avid football players. I don't think any avid football players are listening to Munch Mingle. who
You never know.
who are aspiring football fans because of a loved one or maybe just themselves.
It's true.
So, but before we do, I thought we should give you a proper intro. Live in studio, Brit and Hogan, aspiring NFL analyst. Whoa, I didn't even expect that
That's
part.
good.
Like, your seven-year-old Britain is loving this inside. He's
That
like,
song
"I've
still gives me
always
chills
wanted-"
every time. Yeah. You sound just like Tony Romo and Jim Nantz right
That
there
is the
on
nicest
CBS.
compliment. When I decided to pick a team, my mom and stepdad, they were like, "Hey, who's your team?" And they were big Steelers fans. And I was like, "No, I'm not riding
Can't
the
do that.
bandwagon." So what did I do?
You
I
went
picked
the other
Cowboys.
bandwagon.
And why? Because I liked the cheerleaders.
Sure.
I was like, the cheerleaders are pretty. I want to be like them. I'll go Cowboys. So Tony Romo
As a
was the quarterback.
That's hilarious.
So I always
You
have
went
this
from one bandwagon
kinship.
to the other bandwagon. That's hilarious.
I realize it now.
I can't say anything either right now. So
yeah, I was going to say, Britt, who's your team right now?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Just the team in the middle of the country that we love all. Brother
Actually,
Reed.
they are the number one most hated team
They are.
in the NFL. I do know that.
I honestly think it's more Taylor Swift than it is the Chiefs. I
Yeah.
think it's a 50-50 on that.
The original number one was Cowboys.
Dallas, yeah.
So
Which is still,
at least we're
I agree with
compatible on
that.
Oh my. I mean, I don't watch any
I
of
just
it
don't
now.
mind.
I
It's
was-
just funny when they lose.
We
I'm
were
not gonna
just
lie.
talking about this. I was like, I probably better pick a team here. And I think we just watched Receiver on Netflix.
Yeah,
and
it's a good one.
49ers kind of.
We do like the 49ers.
I think that if I had to pick one right now, I'd pick 49ers.
We like the 49ers.
But again,
too.
is that because the team or the personalities?
Yeah, I think it's
the
both,
people.
yeah.
It could be both.
I mean, especially you get Steve Young.
Yep. So you've always got BYU
So
coming
you always
through
got to
somewhere.
BYU. I'd say the two teams always roll back to
Yes.
BYU.
Okay, so what we're going to do for anyone who maybe does just love football, and we're going to get a little sports talk. I mean, football season has started.
Right.
So maybe there are some listeners on here who want to have something to talk about this weekend. I mean, what are we in, week 4?
Yeah, it's week 4.
Week 4 for college.
Yeah.
Week 2 for NFL?
Week 2 or 3 for NFL.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a little game at the end, and it's so funny. We keep talking about this, and now I could probably call them up, but between you and your twin brothers, we've talked about this on
For
their
sure.
episodes. If we could just have you guys like sit
think
and
we
just
need to.
chat, it'd be so fun. I want to talk on these topics because if you can explain, maybe even give your opinions or like what's happening,
Okay.
people can take away from it, and that would be the funniest thing. If
Okay.
you're like at a football watching party and you bring up, yeah, so what about that expanded playoff? What a rip. Or no, actually, probably that is a good thing. The kick,
Right.
what is it called?
Kickoff. New
The kickoff.
rule.
That's a rip off. Something like that.
Okay.
Okay. Which, P.S., I do want to shout out. My man can do it all. You made a field goal this week.
I did. Guess
From-
where? This is the most ironic story ever. So, backstory, my new job is at the U, but they have an employee appreciation day. Part of it, all of it's at the stadium, but part of it is you can go kick a field goal to enter your name into a raffle, win a free hat. And the first field goal I attempted was not good, not going to lie. But I had the chance to redeem myself. I put that thing on a tee, and I just reminded myself I've been with kickers for 5 years.
I am the special
I can
teams.
hone in that energy, and that thing was piped right down the middle into the Allstate good hands.
Wow.
Straight
And did he
down the
film it?
middle.
Of course not.
No,
Because
but it
he's
felt
not his
good.
wife.
It felt good. Probably
And
would've been a great snap.
then you ended up winning.
Okay, this is the
Raffle.
funny part: is we never win raffles.
We don't. That is our
at
curse
all.
in life.
So I win a raffle, and the one thing I win was a sick signed football from Kyle Whittingham. And I was like, "Are you
still a
kidding
curse.
me?" Right? I was like, it's
We win, and
I
it's not
can't
even
win.
something
Yeah,
that you
I'm
want.
like, wow, this is my life. I just can't win any
There's a lot of
raffles,
people
which
who
is
are
probably
like-
a good thing. It's probably
Yeah.
why we don't gamble or anything.
That is.
Yeah.
It's-
So
exactly.
I gave it to my boss because her and her husband's a big Ute fan. So I was like, "You take the football."
And he's like, "Don't worry. If you wanted to give me some extra time off,
I was tempted to say it. I still might leverage that a little bit.
like, hey, remember that football that's above your mantle?
Give me a couple hours off. That'll be fine.
All right. I do want to talk about the expanded playoff format.
Yes,
Is that what it's called?
college,
So
yes.
why don't you explain what that is? And it is just for college.
So essentially, in college football, I mean, bringing it back to even the 1970s, 1980s, they didn't really even have a national championship game. It was just who was crowned number one at the end of the year. That was the national championship, hence why BYU won, because they didn't play in the national championship game, but they were number one at the end of the season. So technically they were the AP national champions. And then about 1990s, they kind of changed that format a little bit where they started to have a national championship game. The reason they did that is so teams like BYU, smaller teams,
hate us.
had a hard time getting to that national championship game. So you'd started seeing teams like Oklahoma, like Nebraska, Florida, all these USC, Miami, these big teams started winning national championships. So this has probably continued ever since. I can't remember when the 4-team playoff kind of came into play. I think it was about 12, 13 years ago. It was in 2011 or 2012. I can't remember. It's one of those years. Mm-hmm. But essentially, yeah, everybody's complaining the same teams keep getting into the national championship game.
True
Alabama, USC, Florida,
Georgia,
Ohio State, these same teams. So this has gone on for the last 10 years. 14 playoff, which was great. Everybody's excited, but who's winning the national championship? Alabama or Georgia. It's the same team every single year. So essentially, they got together and they created a 12-team playoff. And how it's kind of formatted is you have the top 4 teams. Those 4 teams will come from conference champions. So the SEC, Big 12, Big 10, and ACC. Sorry. So those are top 4 teams. And then after that, 5 through like 11 is just going to be the highest ranked teams. It can be whatever conference it is. And then number 12 is going to be, it's called a G5 team. A G5 team is what you would call your little brothers, your smaller teams coming from smaller conferences, Boise State, teams like San Diego State, stuff like that. So they'll get a chance.
So is this kind of like
so it's kind of like March Madness a little bit. Okay. It's harder because there's only 12 teams, and yeah, they can't do 68 teams. You can't play 5 more football games. That's gonna kill players. That's a lot.
Yeah,
because you can't play games back to back to back. You need a week at least or more. So what this allows is it gives those smaller teams a chance to prove themselves, but also kind of gives more opportunity to have bigger upsets. It just makes it fun. The cool thing is the top 4 teams will get a bye, and then those 5 through 12 teams get to play. The highest seed gets to play at home, which is cool. So you get another home game. So if BYU makes it, it's going to be in the middle of December, which is going to be nice and cold. Yeah. But that's what makes it fun. That's going to be awesome. I'm excited. Georgia still might win again this year. Who knows?
Jeez. Oh my gosh.
But it does give you an opportunity. It's more fun. It's just more football.
So how do you feel about the conferences? Because you kind of just said it, like everyone's been moving around, and don't worry, we'll talk about the transfer portal. Sure. With the conferences now, isn't it almost going to have the same issue, do you think? Because now you've got everyone, it seems like, going into the Big 12.
Yeah.
There's not 12 teams anymore.
Big 12, if they're going to get any more, should only get a few select teams that'll bring them money. So teams like Clemson, Florida State. Florida State's not good this year, but it's a brand name. It's a name that's known throughout the history of college football. And that's the unfortunate thing now. A lot of it is about money.
For anyone who doesn't know, so what would you say are the main conferences? SEC?
So it's called the P4. They're like the power conferences. Okay. The SEC, Big 12, Big 10, and then ACC. For
anyone out there, the Big 10 and 12 do consist of more teams.
Yes, Big 10 is funny because the Big 10 has like 18, Big 12 has 16 now. Jeez. The SEC has 16 or 18 too.
What's the conference with like 2 teams in it still? Is that the Mountain West?
Pac-12 or Pac-2 now. So it's Pac-2. Oregon State and Washington State.
And they're still just going to stay?
And they're going to poach some teams from the Mountain West. So a lot of those smaller conferences now are getting kind of poached from the bigger conferences that are
which I guess is nice. You have a better shot.
It's just different. They got the name brand, but they don't necessarily have the teams to back those up. I mean, they lost Washington, Oregon, teams like that. That's hard. It's the kind of unfortunate thing, and I know we'll talk about this in a little bit. A lot of it's turning into a business than it is more of a tradition. Or
I know I heard this on our other favorite podcast. They were talking about that there's going to be a new fee added onto people's tickets.
Oh, at Tennessee, yeah.
Is it at Tennessee?
It's 10%. I'm like, West BYU fans have been doing that for years.
Is it because like they're saying is it to pay the players? It's to pay the players. I hate that.
That's pretty crazy. Like it is. Yeah, it's pretty dumb. I'm like, you have donors, they'll pay for players. Like that's not a big issue.
And that's why you guys loved college football, and you still do. But that was like the beauty of college football.
It takes the business aspect out of it. You just love it because
they're just the love of the game
and the game. That's it. So, and again, as a former player, getting paid is not like a bad thing. But when you're making more money, but when you are making more money in college than you are in the NFL, then there's an issue.
Yes.
And again, use your name, image, likeness. If you're that good, then do it. I don't care. But at that point, when you're just switching teams because you're getting paid more to go somewhere else, that's where I have the issue.
Yes.
There's no more loyalty anymore. And I'm a big loyalty guy, as you know. So.
Yes. That goes into the next thing. Let's talk about the transfer portal. Right. So first explain what it used to be like and now what it is now.
So it used to be you could transfer, but you'd have to sit out a year and you could only transfer one school.
Like you could only transfer once in your whole college career.
Yep. You could have special exceptions, but it was very hard to transfer. They made it that reason so people wouldn't just leave. That was good and bad. Bad, I think, because some people do need to change schools just to get more of a better chance. But it was good in that it did keep players loyal to the school they did commit to. It made that decision a little more harder. They had to think, especially when you're high school, you had to think, okay, I'm going to be here for 4 years. So I have to decide what's right for me, my family. And then
I like the idea too of it's going to make you work harder.
And it makes you work harder. And we were talking about this yesterday. You kind of mentioned it as why is the Patriots quarterback not playing, but even though he's on a bad team, he's back up to Jacoby Brissett, who's
Drake May.
But at the same time, it's something you need, especially going from one level to another, from high school to college to the NFL. Completely different game. Speed, power, strength, all that's just different. And you just need time to learn. And a lot of college athletes don't get that because they come straight out of high school. They don't do well for a year because they're already thrown into the wolves their freshman year. Then they think either one, they're not good enough, or two, I'm better than I am, so I'm going to go to a bigger school. And then they realize, that's probably not the best decision. So it's hard to gauge. And again, there's some circumstances where players do need it, but most of the time I think players it's that instant gratification we were talking about earlier. People don't want to work for something and prove something. And I think that's the best growth, is when you're coming behind somebody who's been there for a while, who knows the school, who knows the program, how things are run and their specific position, offense, defense, special teams. And that's where they truly learn. I don't think they get that anymore. But again, I think it just comes back to, I got to be good now. And on the other hand, they make good money. If they go somewhere else, people will pay them to come to their schools.
It's this pendulum swing, I think, because I think it needed to stop. I didn't like the idea of you, like, let's just say, like, your guys' name being able to be utilized and you guys getting no part of it. Like the fact that they wouldn't, what was it? Like they would make jerseys for the players and you would get nothing of that. Yeah. I'm like, that's not fair because you're the one making your name. Right. So I was totally fine with there being a part of it, but I almost was like, should it be across the board the same?
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
Maybe bigger schools might have obviously a little more, but like you're saying, okay, we're making way more now. Like
money, for sure.
You're saying there are some who are making more than NFL players?
Oh, yeah.
That's insane.
I'd say Arch Manning's making probably a couple million at Texas. And again, he's got the advantages. He's a Manning. But you have other schools who are paying a lot of money to get players.
Well, and does the NCAA still, do they even have the same thing anymore?
That's the hard part. It's hard to regulate. They can't really regulate a lot of that. So
see, that's that pendulum swing. They were almost so strict, so difficult.
So you throw it to the other end. Yep.
But now it's like, now we're getting too crazy.
It's kind of got to bring it back to the middle. That's hard because once you do that, how do you bring it back?
I think
to
it will
the middle.
Just
how do you regulate
go back.
that? Everybody's gonna be mad again, and
maybe.
So I don't know if you just let it
play out and then let it just kind of turn. Speaking of that, do you feel, because I feel like watching this, it seems like they're putting a lot of their new young guys in, especially quarterbacks.
Yeah, and they're just
too fast.
And then everybody hates them because they're not doing well. I'm like, no kidding. I mean, the NFL, people don't understand how hard the NFL is. You have the best of the best from every single team playing against the best of the best from every single team. And you're a new quarterback. I don't care how good you are in college. It's just a different game. The speed, the way players act and handle themselves, it's just different. And you need that time to learn. The offense is completely different. A lot of these quarterbacks coming now are players who pass the ball, run the ball all at the same time. But in the NFL, you got to be able to just sit in the pocket and pass. It's just difficult. So I think it's good for those players to take a couple years. I mean, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, all those players had 3 or 4 years to really sit behind and just learn from some of the best in theirs. I mean, Steve Young sat behind Joe Montana for 5 years before he really got a chance. I mean, all these players, but that's good. And it's not bad. You're still getting paid great money to go and just learn from the best of the best.
My favorite autobiography is President Nelson's.
Oh, yeah.
And Steve Young's.
Right.
Highly recommend. If you're wanting to know more about football, go read Steve Young's.
For sure.
It's called QB.
Yep.
I think that's it.
Yep.
Wow, I'm learning so much. Okay, we touched on this earlier. So the new kickoff. It's this new thing in the NFL. They thankfully don't have it in college, but what is that and why did they change it?
So there's 2 things. I think the reason they changed it, one, because there wasn't enough kickoff returns to begin with. They would kick off after a touchdown. Most kickers would just kick it in the end zone, so it'd be a touchback every time, and it would just go out to the 25. So what they did this year is, if you have a touchback, it goes to 30. It's 5 extra yards, but that 5 extra yards statistically makes a huge difference.
Really?
In the way, yeah.
Isn't it making it closer?
Yeah, because it's 70-yard field instead of a 75-yard field, but that's a huge difference between that 5 yards.
Like
can
making
cost
a
you
huge difference, like it's going to be better.
Offense, for the offense. So it's it's allowing the kicking team to, like, okay, do I want to give them an easier field or do I kick it off and we play downs? But the stupid part is they moved the line of scrimmage up from where the ball was up to I can't even remember what yard line it is.
Oh.
But it's like 20 yards away from
where the kicker is. Yeah, that's right.
And they can't start. They line up 5 yards away from each other, looking at each other. It looks like a 1776 Revolutionary War thing where they just line up and wait for somebody to shoot. And,
oh my gosh.
As soon as the returner catches it, if he runs, then they can both start going and blocking. That's to reduce injuries. That's the second thing. But at the same time, I'm like, that's still the dumbest thing ever. People are still going to get injured. It's football. I get the head injuries, all that, but I'm like, that's a risk you take, and that's the fun part about football, especially kickoffs. That's a huge dynamic you're taking out, and on top of that, you're taking out the surprise onside kick, which I think is one of my favorite plays in football. Now you have to declare to kick an onside kick, which is the dumbest thing in the world.
So they're going to know?
So you have to declare that you were going to kick an onside kick.
Stop. I didn't know that.
Yes.
Okay, that's, I mean, most of the time you
Super
knew
Bowl,
it was going to happen.
New Orleans did it, and that's where they got their momentum back. They were down 10-6 in the Super Bowl against the Colts. Kicked an onside kick right out of halftime, got the ball back, and they gained momentum from that. I'm like, that's those little increment parts that people don't realize that make football fun and change momentum a lot, and they just take that away. That's why it's called the NFL. It's the no fun league. They don't care. They're just about...
Okay.
So, and again, I get the player safety. I've had a concussion before. It's not fun, but we've talked about this. That's the risk you take. And every NFL player you would ask would do it all over again if they had to. And they know that's the risk they take when they play football. So
I had no idea that the surprise on kick was your favorite football play until just now.
I'm like, it's so fun because you
I
just don't know
realize
what's
it
come.
now because yes, you always
and when it works,
are
it's
way
awesome.
more animated.
And, I mean, it worked for us a couple of years ago when we played Houston.
I am not to that level.
So
where your family is, where you guys can remember plays down to everything like that, and I'm like, what?
The only reason I remember it's because Jake practiced it all the time.
In practice, like it was ingrained in my head.
But you could tell us a specific game or year, and we could quote what happened to it.
I know. I think we've talked about this before. Like you and your brothers will act out plays, and your parents will try to guess which play,
what it is.
What game was it from, what
just
year.
So confused, yeah.
And I'm just sitting there like nothing.
It's a whole other experience at this house in a BYU game, like last Saturday.
Oh my gosh! Okay. Side note, I don't even think we were at halftime. You all were upstairs watching it. Oh no, this is 2 weeks ago. This was like the first game.
SMU game.
There was so much stress and anger that crazy. I ended up opting out. I grabbed all the kids,
and you went
all
downstairs.
the little kids, and I'm like, let's go downstairs. And I just was like, we're just going to be away.
Yeah.
Grabbed the cousins, grabbed our boys.
It gets pretty stressful.
And it's fine. Like, it wasn't even bad. Like, you guys were being mean. You guys were just so zoned in. It was just a palpable tension that I was like, you know what? I'm not in. Not even that I didn't want to be there, because I'm not calling you guys out in that way. It was just like, I remember in senior year, at the little lock-in, they did like a what is it? A mentalist or a guy who came in and like hypnotized a bunch of people. And I just remember the whole group lined up. Everyone was hypnotized except one girl at the end. She's like, I'm not in it. I don't know. And he's like, you can go sit down. That was me 2 weeks ago. I was like, I'm not in it. I don't know what to do. And I was like, you know what? I'll just grab the 3 and unders and we'll just head all downstairs. And they did. They all just played. And I was like, I'm just down here.
It's probably a good thing. Sometimes I wish I wasn't a sports fan because then my heart wouldn't be ripped out a million times and then spat upon and then stepped on and then put it back in my chest.
I would say
that's pretty much experience
are the most abused.
A sports fan. They are. And then they keep going back. It's just so bad.
Oh my gosh. Well, okay, that was pretty great. So that's your little football info. Anyone who just need a little bit. But here's our quick little game. What I've done is I've put into 4 different categories, either teams or coaches or players. And I'm going to call this in 1 word or less. We'll see if he can stick it to 1 word.
Okay, I'm going to try.
Each category, I'll just go in. He doesn't know who I picked out, but the first category is college teams. Okay. And just say the first thing that comes to your mind when I say it. Ready? Michigan Wolverines.
Tough.
Really? That's what you chose?
I don't know.
I thought you were going to like say a swear word or something.
I don't mind Michigan as much.
What?
It's more Ohio State.
Well, good thing I didn't put Ohio State on here. I'm shocked. All right. Okay. Notre Dame.
Ugh.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I was close on that one. Okay. BYU.
Brilliant.
I was waiting for like celestial. Heaven sent.
All the above.
Tennessee Volunteers.
Okay.
I was going to say loud.
Yeah.
That has been the loudest stadium I've ever been to.
That was crazy.
Still my favorite game. It wasn't even sold out.
That's the crazy part.
I know. And we won. I
That
can remember
cool.
that game.
Yeah.
Okay, last one. Coastal Carolina.
Demons.
Thank you. No. What if there are people who love Coastal Carolina? They just...
Very few and far between, I'll say that.
Yeah. They just grind my gears.
They didn't have the best, most friendly fans, I would say, very nicely.
Or players.
Yeah, that's true.
When you're like beating up our quarterback on the field.
That was the least great experience.
And not even like, because football you get beat up, but like we're talking.
Yeah, excessive.
Yeah, it was bad. Okay, next group is college quarterbacks.
Okay.
Arch Manning.
Potential.
Of course. Carson Beck. Scrawny.
I know. I'm trying to think of.
He's great. I can say that. He's Georgia's quarterback.
He's a dog. He's got the dog.
He's a dog. Wow. Okay. I'm going to be shocked if you knew this because I had to look this up. Dylan Gabriel.
Oh, it's kind of a punk.
Really?
Yeah.
The fact that you know who that is. I was like, who's playing for Oregon?
He's at Oregon now. He was at Oklahoma last year.
Oh, he was? Yeah. Okay. Jake Retzlaff.
Can I use a couple words here?
Sure.
Confusing experience.
Confusing? Hopeful.
Well, it is. I have confidence in him tomorrow, though.
Oh, yes. I do. I think he's
a good quarterback.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot that goes into football that people don't realize. They always blame the quarterback when it's not necessarily the quarterback's fault.
Yeah.
Or they'll blame the kicker when it's not the kicker's fault.
That's so true. Because a lot of the times you're listening to the coaches.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it. What else? That's all I can think of.
I mean, there's so many factors. Did the offensive line block bad? Did the receiver run the wrong route? Was it the wrong play? I mean, the quarterback get hit. There's so many things that just happen that the quarterback will take the blame, but it's just not him.
See, Brit, this is why I love watching football with you because you are really good at that. Like, you're not going to jump the blame. You're not going to throw the blame so fast without thinking that through.
Just as a former player, I mean, you can't blame just one player for one specific play. You just can't. So they're all humans. One, they're 20 years old, and then 2, they're just human beings. They're gonna make mistakes, and then it really is a team sport. So. Yeah.
Last one, Cam Rising.
Interesting.
Overhyped. Old. Needs a haircut. Sorry, that was more than one.
I think he's like Samson. I think that's why he keeps it. But
I have offered. I am putting this out on the airways. That's true. Cam, if you need a buzz cut, I get it. College life is hard. We are just trying to scrounge together all the pennies we can.
It's true.
I, on the house, will gladly cut your hair and I'll shave your facial hair at the same time. Free of charge.
You want me
My
to grow
gift to
that
you.
little mustache and
Definitely not.
chin hair on there?
Definitely not. That's everyone's like talking about football, and every time I see him, I'm like, has no one talked to him about his hair?
Probably.
There's a certain player on the BYU team that you knew that I would get mad at. I was like, you did not do your hair like that. What are you thinking? And it's funny because you're friends with him,
exactly
but I'm just every time I see him, I'm like,
it's
that's
different
what
every
you
time
thought to do for your hair.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, we're getting off of that topic.
It's okay.
Okay, this one is college coaches.
Okay.
Mike Norval.
Overrated.
So he's Florida State's coach. I don't know though, babe. This next one, Deion Sanders. Coach Prime time.
Lacks self-awareness.
I was going to say entertaining.
He is entertaining. That's the thing. He's
But
a great
you're
player.
right. He might lack a little self-awareness. Okay, Kirby Smart.
Go. Yeah, he's smart. He's a great coach.
He is.
He is.
Did you say goat? You got to wait for the
Nick
other
Saban.
two. I know. I thought about it, but I'm like, he's not
He just cracks me
coach
up,
anymore.
yeah.
But yeah, he is. He's our favorite. Guys, okay, if you have not started into any sort of football, the best immersion, I think, is College Game Day.
True.
Saturday morning.
Gives
That
you
was
all
what you
it
did
gives
for
you
me.
the stories, the feels, but still gives
but
you
have the
football.
personalities.
Yeah, they're all different.
Kirk Herbstreit's one of my fave, but no, Pat McAfee is my fave. Actually, they're all my fave.
They just work good together.
They do.
Yeah, they all kind of have their personalities.
That's the best way in if you're like, I need to get
Teaches you about football, but still got the good feelies for all the ladies out there that
you
need
get the good
feels. Yeah.
And the smartest thing, Pat McAfee's kicking
Yeah,
thing.
that's funny.
That's been the most
Shows
genius.
you how hard it is to be a kicker.
It shows how hard, special teams in general. But yes, especially kicker. Kalani Sitake.
Fantastic.
Yes.
I do
Good
love
guy.
him. He is a good guy.
He is. Last but not least, Kyle Whittingham. I mean, I thought he'd be easier than Cam Rising.
I'm trying to find a word for him. I don't know if I have one. That's the problem. Here's the thing. Kyle's a great coach and he's a great person. I think it's just hard when he is on the team
He
you
coaches
don't like.
the godless animals.
And he played for your team.
And he played for BYU.
Yeah, so
there's a little bit of a conflict of interest there.
it is.
But that's okay.
I'll have no comment on that.
No comment. Got it. Okay, last group. This is NFL players.
Okay.
George Kittle.
Eccentric.
Yes. He was one of our fave in the receiver.
Funny.
Zach Wilson.
Kind. He is a good man.
I know.
He is a good guy. I wish people would know
your
that.
Your claim to
He
fame is that you were his locker buddy.
I was. And he was always very kind to me. Never said a bad word about anybody, and he was always asked how I was doing. So he's a really good guy.
We hope the best
I feel
for
bad.
him.
I do. And I think he needs the time just to sit behind the quarterback.
Yeah.
Bo Nix's not doing so well right now. So
I saw that. I'm like, he just can't get a break.
It shows you, though,
Zach
he's a
cannot
rookie.
get a break.
I say, just don't throw the rookie into the fire.
Okay, we talked about this earlier. Travis Kelce. Also, the person who you look like and who famously wore your jersey.
He did.
During his podcast. Shout out.
I would say idol, but I'm trying to separate the man from the image.
Oh, oh my gosh.
Don't let your lady ruin football for us, man.
I still believe the conspiracy that they're trying to break up.
I think
and
you're
now
right
they have to stay
Apparently
together.
He looks very unhappy, but he's too deep in it. He can't get out. You had to follow your brother's footsteps, man.
Yep.
His brother loves his wife. Yeah.
Yes.
They love each other.
And I think you're right. I think he is ready to settle down.
Yep.
I don't think his lady of choice
He
right now is ready
realizes
for that.
Yep. Generational.
Oh, just
He is good.
classic.
I played with him for 1 year.
Yep.
It's crazy the things he would do in practice. I felt bad. He probably would have been, he still is, but would have been probably even better or more memorable of an athlete at BYU if he didn't get hurt like 4 times.
Yeah, that's true.
But I wish we utilized him a little bit more like that. We're at BYU, but it's kind of harder.
Because he's called the Swiss Army knife now because he does so much. Luke Rhodes.
That's my guy.
Yep.
He has no idea who I am and probably never will.
He'll meet you one day.
So he's the Colts long snapper if nobody knows, but he is the best long snapper in NFL. And he didn't start snapping until he was in the NFL. He was a linebacker and kind of converted over to snapping.
I don't remember knowing that.
He kind of learned how to snap. I think the coach saw him. He's like, dude, I don't know if you make it as a linebacker, but you've got good size and just learn how to snap. And he did.
Wow. Well, thank you, sweetie.
Thank you.
That was fun, actually.
That was good. This is a good time.
It's a good pump up. I mean, when people hear this episode, it'll be in preparation for the next week. But true. I think people will be able to take away from this. And if not, it's just fun to hear you talk about it.
Thank you.
We do need to get the boys on, though.
We do. They'd be fun. I think everybody would love them.
Yeah.
They're funny.
I mean, everyone loves their own episodes.
True.
That's Joshua and Noah.
Right.
Go listen to them.
They're funny together.
Alrighty. Well, whoever you are out there, thank you for listening. And we hope you have a great day. And we will see you next week. Bye.